Hi, welcome back. In this module, we will be talking about what are models and why we need it exactly. So, model is just a class used to represent a certain data. Any app will work with various types of data, obviously. Using models, it's easier to call the data and pass them around the application. So, if you remember from the earlier examples, what we did is if we used to pass data from one screen to another directly, that is the map itself or the map value, like that we were passing it. But in real application, the data coming from the server will have complex structure, and we won't be able to remember the key of every data. That is why we use models. So here in this example, you can see how we create our models. Suppose we have a data of a user, so we create a class user, and then the values it exists, that is the all the data that is inside the user, should be written like this in the form of instance variables, like final int id, final string name, then a constructor should be there, so that we can pass the value and it will be assigned to it. And this factory function is nothing but a way to transform the data, map data coming from outside, and then returning an object of this class. In simple words, from the Firebase or from the API, we get map data. That map data we will send it here. That is user from JSON, and then it will return an object. That's it. So these are the terms which we use generally while working with models. That is serialization and deserialization. Serialization is to convert Dart object to JSON, and deserialization is to convert JSON to Dart object. So deserialization is what we will do most of the time. That is, data coming in the JSON or the map format will be converted into an Dart object. And I know it might feel be it you might be feeling overwhelmed by this concept, but it's very easy to do once you get the hang of it. So here we need to create a class for dealing with deserialization, and it's called the model class. So you might be thinking, okay, but without models as well, we were able to perform our task. That is, the application was working perfectly. So why do we need models exactly for our application? So look at this example. Here we have this data in the map format: name, user ID, email. The above representations represents a very basic user data. We can serialize the JSON string using the Dart convert library as we were doing it earlier, and then that makes a string value and returns map value. The value then can be accessed in the following manner. That is, once we decode the JSON string, after that we can just print hi and then user and username. That is, the name is the key of this map, then email is another key, and user ID is another key. So this what we were doing earlier. So now let's study what is the issue with this approach. So unfortunately, JSON decode returns a map, means that you do not know the type of the values until runtime. So here email or this user ID is a integer that we do not know until and unless we print it here, and if it's showing any error or whatever. With this approach, you lose most of the statically typed language features, that is type safety, auto completion, and most importantly, compile time exceptions. So runtime, okay, we get it, but compile time while we are writing the code, then also it won't give us any error. But when we are using models, it will tell us key that it's an integer. Do not use string or whatever the exception is. So this is not a good practice. For example, whenever you access the name or email fields, you could quickly introduce a typo as well. Since suppose here it's name, here it's email, it might be e dash mail or whatever. Here it's user ID, I is capital. We might write it small. These kind of mistakes are very common when we are programming. So to combat these problems, models comes into play, and we strictly define the type of the values like this. Here we strictly define that it's an integer, it's a string. So this is how we are in a safer side while building an application, and it eventually makes the code less prone to errors, as most of the errors are handled during the compile time. So I hope you have understood why we need models, and you might not understood how to create it, but not an issue. In the next session we will be creating our first model. Thank you.